Hey guys, I'm back. It is Saturday. Happy Saturday. We will be doing a live commentary video, and I will be commentating throughout this whole video my thoughts of this full interview that Musa did yesterday. And I actually put today's date. It should have been 5/27/2022. I don't want to confuse anyone. This interview was done yesterday, which was Friday. I was trying to, when they went live, be an hour early on the scene so that I could record via the app that they were doing the interview on. However, I wasn't able to do it because for some reason on my laptop, I wasn't able to pull up the app and find the interview. I saw every other app channel that I look at on this app, but I could not find the Musa interview to click on to the interview and live stream it on my laptop. So I did record the full video on my tablet and took all the fluff out of it because there was a lot of technical difficulties at the beginning and all through this interview. I did give Musa credit that I don't think he was going to be difficult like he was with um like not like he was, like True was with other interviewers. I thought that he was gonna, fly this, with flying colors. Like I didn't think he was gonna be like the way he was. Very difficult, was very resistant and answering questions. Anything that had to do with Nature Boy, very uncomfortable. It just appears, in my opinion, that he's burnt out. Nature Boy has mentally put a lot of strength on him. And I think he's trying to heal. You can see that there's a lot going on, and Nature Boy plays a role in it. But he's not going to get up there and bash Nature Boy because you have to understand it's a long time of brainwashing. Hey sis, and manipulation, and he's still used to that person that he rightfully knows is toxic and is no good for him and he had to get away from. He knows this, but he doesn't want people to remind him this on a daily basis, how messed up um, Nature Boy has made him and how he's got to get his life together, pull it together. Because when you listen to the interview, this dude even literally says he's going to school, and then he says, like, maybe 5 minutes down the interview, he doesn't think that he's even going to school. So he's very conflicted. He's confused. He has a lot of stuff going on with him, and it's being reprogrammed and brainwashed and just put through a lot of stress for so many years and being stuck that you can tell that he's been through it and he's struggling. It reminds me of someone institutionalized and they've been in jail for so long they don't even know how to come back um, to society and adapt, be human again. And I think he's really trying to find himself. It's a really, really sad situation to see him in this light. Is sad. And as much as we might criticize these people, and I say things too, I gotta watch my tongue at times. It's a really sad situation seeing him, being this way. He's a young man. He should be a happy young man. He should be able to articulate himself without feeling under pressure. But he's been through so much in his life, um, and a lot of probably his struggles throughout the years he's been on this earth is because he's been in the a company of Nature Boy, and Nature Boy has messed this boy up. And it's just really sad, and that's why I said karma is real. I don't really think that God makes no mistakes. Nature Boy is rightfully where he's supposed to be. He might not be there forever, but God's sitting him down and making Nature Boy take a look at himself and really sit with himself, because he's got to change, because he has destroyed a lot of people in the process of trying to be selfish. And it's really sad. So I just want to say that to you again. Welcome to my sisters that are coming through, 𝗪𝗛𝗪, CCW, and Teriyaki. Welcome for coming through. And thank you for riding with me yesterday when I had difficult times trying to get that live up. But I promise you that I would record the full live, and I did. And I took out all the fluff because there was a lot of technical difficulties. If you wasn't in the live when I first started it, yeah, I had to edit all that crap out. So we're going to start the live. This is the live commentary. Once again, I will be doing commentary throughout this live. So let's start the video.
I'm ready to get this thing started. What's up? Peace to the gods, man.
Okay.
Come on.
Now is this better?
I don't know who has kids in their background. I don't know if it's on Musa's side or the lady who's doing the interview. I have no control over the background of these people. I only have control over my recording, and there's no background noises in my recording because I do internal recording, not external. External means you record and you can hear all the background around you plus the recording. I do external. That means you only can hear what's being recorded on that tablet. So that noise is coming from their side. So I just want to let y'all know.
You guys hear me clear? Is this better?
Appreciate that, Tan. Yeah, you good? I am doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful besides the technical difficulties, as you know, that it happens. It happens. But I'm doing good today. I'm glad we finally got the interview. Yes, looking nice. Okay, so first of all, I want to say thank you. Thank you for being patient. Patience is a virtue. And sometimes we have to have that, you know. People don't have that all the time. Now, is he lagging, you guys? Is he lagging? Is he fine? Okay, let's get into it. So, as you know, we have a lot of people in here with a lot of questions, okay? But we're going to start off with what me and you talked about, okay? So, I want to know, what was, you know, growing up, what was your childhood like? We're going to start there. Let's start with something small.
What was my childhood like?
Yes, what was your childhood like? Like, you know, growing up. Give us a small synopsis of your childhood.
I had a pretty good childhood. I had both parents.
Okay.
Yeah, I had both parents. Military.
Oh, military background. Okay,
Yep,
so we have something in common. Mm-hmm. We definitely have something in common. Okay. Okay. Is that it?
Yeah.
You're going to notice through this whole interview, not only is he like trying to only answer what he wants to answer selectively, it's not only just that. Musa has checked out. He's stuck. He cannot even formulate how to express himself. He's been so suppressed in being a man for so long, he doesn't even know how to talk to a woman or a man in an interview because he hasn't had to do that. Natureboy has used them both, man and woman, over their incarnation as servants. They have one mind, one self. They don't need to think for themselves. That's not what they're there to do. And it's really sad because it's like he stole this dude's manhood. You can tell there's a lot of issues going on with Musa. And you're going to see in his body language and the way he talks that he's really messed up. He's in a really messed up space. He really needs to get some help because he's definitely crying out for it. But he's in denial that he needs this help.
Okay. So you had a military background, mother and father both growing up. Um, I assume that they were married, correct?
Yep, they were married.
Okay. So, what kind of school did you go? Did you go to private school, public school, charter school? What type of school did you go to?
I went to both. I went to public school and I went to private Catholic school.
We have something in common. I did as well. Interesting. Okay. And how was regular childhood?
I really didn't like my childhood. For me as a kid, it was like I just always wanted to be grown up. I don't like restrictions, so it was like it's cool, but I like being an adult better. Yeah.
Right, right, right. So as far as restrictions,
I saw him on an app to match. I saw him on a IG. What is the live? A couple of weeks ago, he was eating and he was talking like he was, in the street or in the hood. You know what I'm saying? And talking about doing drugs and all the drugs, psychedelic drugs he did while he was, with Natureboy on his spiritual journey. But he gets on here and he just, to me, he was acting like he was stuck.
go, what do you mean by restrictions? You don't like restrictions?
Exactly, Terry.
Oh, I just don't like being told what to do.
Really? Okay, I can understand that.
Yeah.
Me growing up as a teenager, I can understand that I went through the same thing as well. So, did you have any teenage jobs while growing up? Like, did you have a job at Burger King, McDonald's, or no, you just maybe hung out with the other kids, played sports,
Hey, Dream Catcher, would I say I don't like discipline? No, because I discipline myself, and I've seen the result of it. So I like discipline. Discipline is good.
You said what?
I'm
Say
sorry.
that again.
No, I was just responding to something. But what were you saying?
I was asking you, did you have any jobs as a teenager? Exactly. Did you have any teenage jobs? Did you work as a child? Did you work as a teenager?
Yeah, I guess I'm trying to figure out. What are you just trying to get, like, my background, like an understanding?
Yeah, I'm just getting an understanding of growing up. Yeah. What we discussed.
Okay, yeah, this is just stuff that I really, it's interesting. I really don't talk about. So it's like, to me, it's like I have so many other things on my mind. No, I really don't want to be like I don't want to be defensive, and I just want to let people know that I know these are like normal interview questions. So I'm sorry, I know I'm on your show, and I want to respect that. My mind is in like so many other places. I guess it's like that's the main thing I would want to talk about, if any.
Listen, you know what I didn't like that was really awkward about this interview? He just made me feel like he was making the interviewer feel like she had to walk on eggshells and be real sensitive to a grown man because she was probably afraid he would run off like he did. You're going to see at the end of this live, he didn't even say he was leaving. He just bounced like, oh, I don't want to talk no more, and ran off because he felt like people were attacking him. But there's a way that you do things. And the way he left off this live, I mean, it's like, dude, you need to get your life right.
Thing, like, I mean, where I grew up and all that, I guess it's like, people want to understand where I'm from. I just feel like at this point in time, though, it's not that important,
Okay, so
it's not that.
Okay, so let me say this. A lot of these people don't know you. All they know is what they've seen. And so the reason why I'm asking these questions is so they can kind of get a little feel for you, to know the person who you are and who you became. Because we all started off from somewhere. You understand what I'm saying? And all they know is what they've seen on social media.
Right. Yeah, I understand.
So I'm just trying to get just a little brief description of, growing up, childhood, your teenage years, to give them a little feel for it so they can understand, okay, well, he came from here, and then we seen here, you know what I mean? And now we're seeing this.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I understand you don't.
I'm trying to learn patience. Because I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm just like, I try and get straight to the point.
Okay, so let's get straight to the point then. What made you go to carbonation? What drew you to Baba G?
Yeah, Baba G is the smartest person I've ever met in my life.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Sound crazy.
And
what
for
drew
me,
you?
I'm a deep diver. I'm a deep diver for knowledge and information. You know what I'm saying? Like, is like really that's what excites me in life is learning more about myself spiritually and mentally. So I was at a time in my life where I was like kind of going through different ideologies and schools of thought, just trying to understand life. And I seen somebody that was actually living the knowledge that they were talking about. Okay. And for me, that was like, that inspired me.
Okay. I can understand that. I can understand. So what was he doing at that time as far as living the life? What was he doing to show and prove?
I'm sorry, what was he doing to show and prove?
What was he doing at that time to show and prove? You said you were drawn in because he was actually living the life. What was he doing to live the life that you seen, that you liked, that you absolutely adored?
That's my point. She was asking him basic questions, nothing complicated, and I don't think nothing too personal. But he was acting like he didn't understand what she was saying, like, or he was zoned out. Maybe he was on some ayahuasca. I don't know. But he just wasn't acting normal.
Okay, so definitely understanding that as melanated beings, that we belong in the tropics.
Yeah. Exactly.
So we belong in the tropics. And you don't see a lot of black people online talking about going back to the tropics and healing your DNA and being in the sun. Okay. And I love the tropics. I mean, it's better. Your food grows here. Come on.
So you had never in your life had anyone tell you that melanated beings belong in the tropics. You've never been taught that? Only through him?
Right.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I said right.
Oh, okay. So he taught you things that you had never been taught before, and you were at a point in your life where you were looking for spiritual enlightenment, spiritual healing. Okay. So once you got with him, can you tell us some of the things that you learned other than the things that we already know?
Can I tell you what now?
Some of the things that you learned. What will be some key factors that you can say that this is a life lesson that everybody should know?
Are you talking about what I've experienced in my life?
Not experience. What did you learn? What have you learned by being?
What have I learned?
What is? Yeah.
What have I learned? Okay. One key factor. Okay. All right. Well, since it's so much knowledge, it is a lot. To boil it down to a key factor would be always be honest with yourself.
No matter what, right?
No matter what, yeah. I feel like that, yeah, and I feel like this is something I want to say too. I really genuinely feel like if it's one thing that Chief showed me at all times, it was how to like genuinely express yourself, to genuinely like not care what people think about you and to be vulnerable. And I think that us being there and not being vulnerable how we should have is one of the reasons that people looked at us as if we were brainwashed. Because for myself, what I can say for myself is that that's something that I feel like is on my heart. I feel like if I would have been more vulnerable and open with my feelings, then how is somebody? Of course, somebody's going to say you're brainwashed if you. And then Chief has to try and say this, oh my God, you know what I'm saying, and put his life live, and then you're sitting there doing the same stupid, like, okay, yeah, it's a show and it's entertainment, but we utilize it because as Black people, we're going through something.
Okay. So as Black people, we are definitely going through something. I can agree with you on that. Now, I have a question. You looked at him as a healer, correct? To heal you.
Absolutely.
Okay. Wow. So as humans,
I
we
looked
all
at him
have
as
flaws.
a guide. I looked at him as a guide. Nobody can heal you. You can only heal yourself. Yes.
Oh,
you
really?
can only heal yourself. Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody can heal you. You can only heal yourself.
Right. So did you look at him as a guide?
Because even if a teacher gives you some information or somebody gives you food and you don't eat it, then you know what I'm saying? If you don't truly take it and eat it and digest it, then you don't benefit from it. That's on you.
Okay, so you looked at him as a guide, but did you also look at him as a god?
I still do. Yeah.
Okay, so do you look at him as a god or god-bodied? There's a difference.
I don't know much about those semantics. To keep.
If he's a man of knowledge, if he's in the woke community, if he's a conscious brother, he should know between the two. I don't know why he don't. I don't know between the two, but I'm not in the conscious community. I'm not walking around acting like I'm a conscious sister. I'm conscious. I'm here, but I don't know all the ideologies and all the spiritual journey that they're on. So, but he should know it. So, to me, he's a walking contradiction on wheels. Musa is. He's very confusing, and he really needs to get some help. Talk to somebody, because he's going through something clearly.
It's very simple. Like Chief is, in my mind, Chief is a entity that is able to harness the consciousness of God, or what people will say in certain cultures, 𝗪𝗛𝗪𝗪, or whatever people want to call it, King Solomon, Jesus Christ. I believe that Chief is an entity that fully.
Worldwide, you are defending the wrong people. These people want to be on these interviews. If you go onto the largest channel that covers Natureboy on her community page, she has a post where one of True's friends reached out to this channel holder and said, could True be on her platform, because he wants to do as many videos on as many channel holders pages that will welcome him on the page, so he can tell the truth of Three God, aka Natureboy, so that he's not painted in a demonic picture to the public, the media, and to local authorities. And they also do this for cash apps and donations. And they all are following the drip. And this is why Moose is up there, to get those beans and the cash apps and all the stuff that comes with doing an interview, so that they can live and not work a job like everybody else in society. So you're absolutely wrong, sir or ma'am, whoever this is behind that page, that we know that, and put a Y in the chat if I've said numerous times, these people need to stay off of social media and heal. I say that, I said it about Velvet. You cannot truly heal on social media being badgered all day long by trolls, people that are going to attack you, and just bringing up the past constantly about a demonic person, which was Natureboy to her. You have to find it in yourself to remove yourself from social media and get yourself well, so you can be a better mother to your child and be a woman first and foremost. Even Velvet hasn't truly healed. And she was one of the first ones that made the first step and left and stopped coming back and forth to Natureboy. She stopped the cycle. But she has not truly healed, because they don't want to stay off the social media. They're trying to chase a bag, and they got that behavior from Natureboy.
He embodied Christ consciousness before a lot of other beings. And in the process of the human awakening, he broadcasted it. He broadcasted his life, like, openly. And the process that Chief went through is actually the same process that everybody has to go through, ascending through the Kundalini.
Okay. So what about... Okay. So with that being said, does that mean... I'm trying to get this right. So while you're going through the awakening, that means your demons can come out also along with that, right?
What? I'm sorry.
While you're going through, you said he broadcasted it while he was going through his spiritual awakening, correct?
Right.
Okay, while going through a spiritual awakening, can your demons also come through as well? I'm asking a question.
What do you think?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, I believe that from the day we're born, we're going through a spiritual awakening.
Okay.
Now, whether you know, whether we take the path or not to open it up and, you know, entertain it, so to speak, that's up to us. Because some people, you know, have gifts and they don't even bother to even, you know, showcase their gifts. But nevertheless, so while he was going through his spiritual awakening and he broadcast it, and you guys are all being a witness to this, how did that make you feel?
A witness? I'm sorry. The word
you're witnessing him coming to his highest spiritual enlightenment, correct?
Right. I'm trying to figure out what is. All right. I'm sorry. I'm the words using. I want you to understand something. I can say this. Oh, excuse.
Are you busy right now? Looks like you're a little busy.
He doesn't understand the question.
Okay. I just want to say this.
Thank you, Reverend.
I really want to. And people say he's so defensive, it's so sad. Man, I really don't care what y'all think.
I wasn't talking about defensive or sad.
No, not you.
Oh, okay.
Not you, not people in comments. And the thing about it is this.
We can't worry about the comments. Swipe the comments.
You really can't. You can't because you can't please everybody. I try and bring understanding and things like that, but you can't. But when it comes to some of the questions you ask, though,
right?
It's just I'm careful because I want to balance it. I want to be able to really give answers that are going to help people. I just want to make that clear. Like, my main intention is to help people. So I know it's like 3 God. That's a fact. I love it. And just proceed. And let's go with the flow.
You need to keep the focus, sir, because you're not understanding and comprehending to the interview questions, and they're basic questions. So you need to focus on that. That's what pissed me off about this interview. Getting sidetracked and you don't even understand basic questions because your mind is just blown out because of Natureboy driving you crazy with stress because of his BS.
It's not used to doing. I'm not used to doing interviews, and I just want to get to the information. I want to get to the point. I don't like when people talk about my chief because even though I left, that's still my chief. I still believe that this is the Messiah. This is the Christ, the full embodiment of Christ, and I think that we have, as human beings, have a hard time deciphering that. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like we have a hard time deciphering that. So you gotta understand, like, this is like my father. This is really somebody that has taught me life lessons that, you know what I mean?
His father.
Right.
This is somebody actually, you know what I mean, has helped instilled and grounded me. Because people say, oh, he brainwashed you and this, that, and the third. It's like, no, bro. None of that is true. The lie. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, if I'm gonna get on here and say anything, it's gonna be that. I'm trying to get straight to the point, bro. Like, yo, there's vital information right now that people are missing out on because they want to talk about stupid things. And
we're gonna get to that, but we're dealing with people.
Their own process. That's a fact.
Okay. So we're dealing with people. Number one, it takes all different kind of people to make the world go around, right? Everybody does not have spiritual enlightenment to even the minute degree. So if you want to get them to understand, they got to understand you. If you're embodying that and you're representing that, they have to understand you first.
Hold on. I need to say something. Is that you're right? You're right. That's a perspective that we can use. Another perspective I have is, and this is really the stuff I like to talk about, is that we're all channels for different frequencies to channel through, right? We're apparatuses, we're devices to stream consciousness. So with that being said, we can stream different entities, and I believe that there are divine entities and spirits that are being descended to bring a message. So like when I feel like I'm possessed by a divine entity that's here to bring a message, sometimes ignorance and people's concerns, they don't matter because they're illogical. And sometimes it's good to just get to the point from point A to point B. I came on here to bring a message. I really the other things that I'm sorry. You know, usually I'm on like a mortal like level, but I'm, you know, and people can say whatever they want to say at the end of the day, because the way the story is already written, everything is already written.
That's what I agree with you on.
So people need to understand that Chief is God. We're all God. But Chief is the first embodiment, the full embodiment of Christ that sparks everybody, that sparks other people on their journeys. Because we're all coming to the full embodiment that we're Christ and that we're God. And to understand that the only thing that matters is love and understanding. Learning how to forgive yourself and love yourself unconditionally. That's what matters. Okay. Loving and accepting yourself. You know, if you want to talk about something juicy, let's talk about the things that I've learned. Let's talk about some things that I went through since I left that I feel like are of value. And I'm not saying that I left because all is mental. So you really can't leave. And I don't want to confuse people. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm throwing out terms. I know we're talking to people.
No, I know what you're talking about, but they may not know. So maybe you need to explain it.
No, people are smart. And if not, maybe they'll look it up. And if anything, because I'm not looking at the camera because I'm streaming, if somebody has a question, just tell them to come in the queue, not to.
They all are good at deflecting, and also causing mass confusion. Like I think he's trying to do with this person who's interviewing him. He is so scared of the questions of anything about Natureboy, and even the question of why would he be in a situation with somebody like Natureboy. He doesn't want to answer that. He already knows that he messed his life up, a portion of it, and it needs some fixing. We all got some fixing to do in our own personal lives, but he's very much so deflecting and in denial. That's Musa.
Comment it, because if they comment, I'm probably not going to look at it right now.
Right.
So if y'all want to ask me a question,
finish your thought process.
Yeah, go on the queue. So for me, this. Okay.
If you don't like it, you can leave. This is a live commentary video, so see your way out. Okay, so I'm gonna help you out. Okay, because this is what we do on my channel. So see you later. You have a channel, you go onto your channel and you do your own live stream with your audience. Don't tell me what to do in my house, sir. Thank you. Let's continue.
I got you. All right, so this is the thing for me, right? Is being able to go through an ego death, right? To transition from one frequency to another frequency and to understand that that's life. So when I left, something that I did was I did ayahuasca. And I know people already seen the picture and this and the third. Some people seen the picture. But I went and in the jungle and I did a ceremony and I did ayahuasca. And when I did ayahuasca, what ayahuasca did was it actually took me through life, my whole entire life. Except not from birth though. I won't say from birth. From where I'm at now, it took me through my past, a lot of my past, things that I did, things that I felt guilty for, and I had worked through all was applying in this moment of me going through this ayahuasca process. It literally kept me, because what it's gonna do and of understanding, and then it's healing, and then you understand you don't want to ever send out a bad frequency, because you realize that your thoughts create your reality. So nobody else in your life actually matters. You matter, and how you think matters, because your thoughts create your reality. And this is all information that Chief has been teaching us. But what I'm saying is that when you go and do things like if you do ayahuasca and shroom, it's going to show you that these things are actually true. And I'm sorry, you got to let me finish my thought. Go ahead. What's your question?
So I understand why you did ayahuasca, and I understand why Solar did ayahuasca. I asked True, would he be willing to do ayahuasca? And he said no, because he's already at his highest potential that he could be. He said, you know, he's already there. So how
Right.
would he manage to, you know, get to his highest potential spirituality without the ayahuasca? But you had to go do ayahuasca. You guys are all in the same frequency.
I don't. I can't speak on anybody else's path. I can only speak on the path that I'm observing.
So with that being said,
you know,
now that you see things differently, can you explain to me? And I'm trying to word this question correctly because I want you to understand what I'm asking you. Now that you see things differently, do you see yourself as still a part, or do you see yourself rejoining your chief once he gets out, or do you see yourself living a separate life, but you know?
No. No. I don't know how things are gonna go. My intentions right now is just to rock and just to do my own thing.
So what do you have planned for yourself as far as doing your own thing?
Yeah, I'm about to go to school.
Wow, you're going to school. What are you taking up? What are you going to school?
Yeah, I'm about to go back to school. Music production.
Watch him switch it up and say, I don't even think I'm going to go to school. Pay attention to this interview. The dude is all over the place and you will hear him. Now, you're just hearing him say, I'm going back to school. Now, watch what he says a little bit later on in this interview. You pay attention.
Your volume is really low. Yeah, it's really low. I don't know if it's like that for anybody else.
I say it all the time, Heather. Crazy people don't know they crazy. I say that all the time. You ain't never lied, sis.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, that was loud, but yeah.
Oh, okay, so that's too loud.
And I can hear myself. I can hear myself too.
Are we echoing?
Yeah, it was echo.
Okay.
I think it's good now.
Okay, it's good now. Okay, so what I was asking, you said you're going to school for music production. I said at one point in time, your chief was teaching you that I'm so sorry, that school, he didn't believe in school, he didn't believe in going to school. What changed your thought on that?
Exactly.
So the thing that changed my thought about it was I gotta do what's best for me where I'm at in life, even if it may have went against something else I thought. You know, I see it because for me, it works best. It works best for me now and getting myself together. So that's why I'm doing it. It must be her Wi-Fi. I thought it was mine.
Can you guys hear me? You can hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're independently thinking?
You said am I independent?
Yeah, are you independently thinking? Are you thinking independently from what you're trying to do? No, because
why does this question matter? What in the world is you asking me? I
understand what I'm asking you?
No, that's my fault. What are you asking me?
Hold on a minute, because you seem a little.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What are you asking me? Let me try and understand.
I'm trying to understand, how does anyone do an interview and you got your background like that? And it sounded like it was on Musa's side. Why would you go on an interview knowing you're going to have you're already distracting yourself, but then you have distractions all around you? That's not helping you out anymore, bro. Like, who goes to an interview with a background like that? Kids screaming in the background, dogs barking. Come on. Like, serious?
I don't know why you're impatient, why you're agitated. You seem a bit agitated.
Yeah, I'm definitely agitated.
Okay, yeah, so why are you so agitated?
I want to understand why you're asking me that question.
That you're thinking, because at one point in time, you were in a tribal situation. You were in a situation where you guys thought on one mind, one self, right? But now you're independent away from that. In other words, you're not thinking on one mind, oneself. You're doing what you said, as you said, what you needed to do for you. So that's why I asked that question.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then yes.
Okay. It wasn't a negative question. It wasn't something for you to get agitated. You get agitated really easy.
So used to
Is there a reason?
Attacked by people on. No, I'm just so
I'm
used
not
to
here.
being attacked by people online.
Musa.
Hold on.
Musa,
Oh, no, I got
I'm not here to attack you. We talked about this. I'm not here for that. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
I understand that.
Okay, so I come from a motherly perspective, baby. We talked about this. That's why
It's just that. Look, you gotta understand something. The only thing that people need to know about Chief is go to the YouTube. Like, bro, people, you're gonna understand. Like, just go and you'll get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to talk about Chief. Like, that's my Chief. That's a sentimental thing for me. And I think I have the right. To like not want to. If I'm not comfortable answering certain questions, that's okay because it's a sensitive time. And there's people watching trying to figure things out so they could figure. And I'm like, bro, listen. I don't want to get on here to talk about my Chief, bro. My Chief is like the greatest person I know in life.
Oh, really?
And listen, and really, to be honest with you, I'm on more than anything to keep it simple for people to understand. Chief that's my Chief. That's like my father.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? He groomed me and kept and helped to keep me.
I ain't never heard no man talking about and happy to say it. I ain't never heard no man talking about another man groomed him. That sounds like you got a little sugar in your tank.
I get it.
You understand what I'm saying? This is a sentimental thing. I'm a human being, bro. You feel me? So it's like right now, that's not what I'm on. It's not what I'm on. You know what I'm saying? You already know what it is. You know what it is. You know. I'm hearing my echo. Chief taught me knowledge of self. That Chief can pack the knowledge of the universe into a number. And I get it. Like people say, oh, everybody knows about 369. But the thing about it is, I seen it happen organically. I seen this Chief is an actual organic, divine entity. And we all are divine entities, but bro, come on, special. It's very special. So it's like, in my mind, it's like, yo, just leave that alone. You really don't even want to. No, this is something that's deeper than the questions. You don't even want to mess with that. You don't even want to. You really can't go against it, but you don't even want to try. You really don't even try. This is spiritual. You don't even know who I am. I'm growing, and the thing about it is, you don't just, spread love, and in this situation, see like what you could have did better to help the situation. This situation should be teaching you about yourself, bro. That's what matters. People want to understand. I got going on, bro. I got a message for y'all. My life. Listen, I have a message for y'all. Love yourself. That's what matters. Go study yourself and figure out who you are, and love yourself for whatever phases and stages you are in life. But people don't want to hear that. They want to hear the drama and all this. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about my personal life and this and that, bro. Come on, not at this time. Chief is literally the greatest thing that ever happened to me. Stop playing with me. Just because I'm doing something different or what people might say is hard-headed, then whatever. That's what I chose to do with my life. Chief is the greatest thing that ever happened to me. It's that simple.
Okay. I definitely can understand what you're saying.
None of these people on here, yo, I'm telling you, like, I'm trying to be patient and agree, but listen, just push the 3, bro. Just put out what you want to get back in your universe. Be aligned with your life. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't be too critical and judgmental of yourself in a bad way. Understand what you got going on and learn how to live your life in a more aligned way. Study your astrology. Look at the science. That's what matters. Because people are going to get on this app and we'll use this situation as a scapegoat for our own problems and issues that we got going on, bro. We all got issues. So when is it going to get to the point as a collective consciousness that we actually be like, when are we all going to look at ourselves and be like, okay, how could I have did something better? This is another human being that even if I thought something was wrong, how could I have helped? You feel what I'm saying? How about you look at yourself?
So do you not believe people, do you not believe that people do not analyze themselves? Do you honestly believe that?
That's what I want to talk about. And yes, I am in my feelings because I have feelings. You feel what I'm saying? I have feelings. Like, I'm a human being. I'm a human being. I'm not going to get here and act fake and phony. I love the comments. Give it to me. You feel what I'm saying? Give it to me because I love it.
I feel sorry for him too because he's lost. And sometimes, even as adults, we have to just realize sometimes when we have lost control of our lives, listen, I need help. I need for you as my peoples to help me. He's not going to do that. So he's going to stay stuck like that for a long time because he's not going to humble himself. He's not going to come to reasoning to understand that you need healing. And getting on these apps and getting these beans and CashApp, that is not going to help what Natureboy tear down of who you once was. That's never gonna bring it back. It's never gonna make the problem be fixed. You need to heal. And we clearly see he needs to heal because he reminds me of a man institutionalized, and now he's getting out of jail and he doesn't know how to be back in the world and be normal again because he's been locked up for so long. And it's sad that Natureboy did this to these people.
Because I'm a human being. Who's gonna, bro? I'm not gonna act, bro. I'm gonna be myself because I love myself. So I'm gonna be myself regardless.
Okay.
I love y'all though. This has nothing to do with y'all. This has everything to do with me and what y'all are showing me about myself. So keep being yourself. Please don't change.
Absolutely.
Everybody be themselves. Even if you feel like you're a demon, be yourself. You feel like you're good, do it all because all is God and all is love, and really you can't do no wrong.
Marge, you gotta watch the comment section, please. If you see inappropriate comments, stuff that if it was your live that you would see in the comment section that you wouldn't be going for, think of me and get rid of them. Kick them out. Put them in timeout. You can put them in timeout first. Let them, we'll babysit the adults for 3 seconds. Was it 300 seconds? And if they keep, being trolls, kick them out. I don't need them on this live.
Okay. So I have a question. Can I ask a question? Okay. Do you plan on seeing your baby?
Yeah, absolutely.
She is beautiful. I seen her online.
Which one? I have
gorgeous.
I have 3 kids.
Okay, I've never seen the other ones. I've only seen the one that Joy had. I seen her online.
Yeah, that's Julia. She's my youngest, and then I have my oldest, which is Ava, and then I have Akil. That's my son.
Okay. So do you visit any of your children at this current moment, or?
At this current moment, no, but I am in contact with them. I talk to them on a day-to-day basis, and I'm working on that. Yeah.
That's good. That is good. Hand clap, 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 clap. I am all for fathers being fathers, okay?
Yeah.
So I do have a question about the ayahuasca. You said while drinking the ayahuasca, how long did it take for the ayahuasca?
Oh, hold on. Let me reel it back. Real quick. Yo, just so y'all know, that was a Kundalini thing. I go through that often. Sometimes I go through my lower self to my higher self. That's me. I'm like that. I have a Pisces moon. If anybody knows astrology, I have a Pisces moon in the 7th house. So, the moon is the fastest moving planet. And so my emotions, I channel many emotions at once. But I really appreciate y'all being on here. I'm being serious. They say I'm lying. Okay. It's because it's like, I'm trying to, I really care, but I don't care. So it's like, it's what it is.
I really care, but I don't care. That makes a lot of
Okay,
sense.
so let me say this to the people in the comments because I've been ignoring the comments. I am going to ask the questions. Yeah.
It's okay.
I know he's not going to let me ask questions that y'all want to hear, and I don't want to trigger him. So I'm letting him speak because as he speaks, if you guys listen, I'm not talking. No. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the comments really quick. I'm letting him speak because if you listen to him speak, he's actually answering questions. You guys have to listen. When people get to talking and they just then they keep talking, they actually are answering questions. So just listen. But you said you want to get into some things. You said yeah, Musa.
Yeah, I'm ready.
We're not going to talk about Chief. Let's talk about you. So I'm gonna ask you a question because I know the people want to know about this.
Ooh.
I was on Nine's live, and she was saying that she was coerced into having sex with you.
What does that mean?
Listen. I want y'all to listen. Nine that came over, the girl who was a lesbian, and they turned her into a girl again. Natureboy started making her wear women's clothes, and then he threw her over with Musa as that was going to be her man, right? Listen to how Musa, he tries to clean it up. Musa knows exactly what he's doing because the lady was insinuating you might be in trouble, just like Natureboy, because she's saying that everything that happened between the two of them, Musa and Nine, was forced. And Musa's trying to make it seem like, oh, she's a nice girl and trying to clean it up. Pay attention to how he's very attentive to that topic because he don't want to end up with Natureboy's at right now. Listen to how he answers the questions on this one. Oh, he's very knowledgeable and aware of what he's saying on this topic here.
What does that mean?
Coerced mean that you talked her into it forcefully.
How do you talk somebody like? What does that look like?
I'm just saying. So, with that being said,
it's funny. You know, know the funny thing?
Hold on, let me ask. Wait, I'm not done. I'm not done, King. Let me finish. Did you ever have any real feelings for Nine?
He's gonna say yes. So
yeah, hell yeah.
Like he did something with her, to her.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, all right. Look, here's the thing. Nine, I really see like potential in her. Like when when she dressed up like a girl and stuff like that, and like she was feminine, and then she can make music. She can make music too. So I was like,
it was all the way forced. And he's trying to say, when she's asking him to interview her, did you have feelings for Nine? He's going to publicly say, yeah, I had feelings for her. So that if Nine, because allegedly there's paperwork that Nine put out on him saying that he forced her into, some things. So he's going to say on public record that he had feelings for her so that if, the local authorities look into these videos about him and Nine, it'll appear that he thought that there was a relationship between the two and he was catching feelings, and it's not going to be looked at like he may have the big R word, let's just say that, or the forcing of a relationship that did not exist but only in Musa and Natureboy's mind. Trust and believe, I'm telling you.
You know what I mean? Me, at that point in time, too, I was like, bro, like, I'm thinking about because I think about everything so spiritually. So I'm thinking like, okay, maybe the universe sent me something I have to make into something, and I have to be creative. And on top of that, it's like, bro, it's not, you know what I mean? It's not a lot of women just floating around the tribe. So it's like, all right, let me grab that, turn it into something, and make it beautiful. And that was what I tried to do.
This is crazy, man.
So, how long was the relationship between you and her?
You don't know.
I don't know.
That's.
You don't know? About a month, 2 months?
I don't know, but it's crazy. I just talked to her on the phone like a couple days ago.
Really?
Yeah, we had a phone conversation.
Okay.
Yeah, because I wanted it to be closure, and I heard people saying shit, and I'm like, I'm gonna just go to the source because I don't really do the chit chat like the chatty patty. So I just asked her directly, like, is it an issue? People said she said something live, but I didn't see it myself.
Okay. All right. Okay. So what was the conversation about that you and her had? Just the closure?
Well, specifically, I asked her if she had filed some paperwork on me, because I'm like,
see what
bro,
I'm saying?
what? I didn't even, nothing like that happened. The thing about Nine was,
that's true.
She was very like, as far as I remember, bro, everything happened consent. It was like she was like with everything. You know, that was like, if anything, one of the most least resistant women I've ever had sexually. So that one surprised me. Because sexually, you know what I mean? You know? And people say it's witness tampering,
Nine
but
was gay. I thought she was a lesbian myself. Personally, I thought she was a lesbian.
So she wasn't when I was with her.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
So she didn't come over there looking like a whole dude. She didn't come over there looking like a whole one of y'all. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I mean, okay. So you guys were in, and you did have real feelings for her.
Yeah, she's cool. I just felt like, I will say and take responsibility that I was at a time when, you know, because really a lot of people don't know this, but I have been dealing with coping with not being with Joy for a while. That was a big trauma that hit. That took me a while to. Yeah, that took me a while to get through. So a lot of times I was trying to cope, and in that sense, I did. You know what I mean? I just want her to be cool. I really want the best for her, and I don't want to mess with nobody, bro. That's not what I want to do. I want everybody to be where they're supposed to be, with who they want to be with, and be happy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I did what I did, but, and not to say I did anything bad, but just to say that Nine is a sweet girl, bro. She's a sweet girl, and even her, she wants to do the right thing. She really she wants to do the right thing in life. You know what I'm saying? I know she might have said things against my chief, and it's like, I really wish that none of this was a thing, bro. I really look forward to the day that we can look back at moments like this and love each other from a higher perspective.
Right. Absolutely. Okay. So with paperwork, hold on. With paperwork, we'll let them up in Q&A. We're not doing Q&A right now. What paperwork was she supposed to be filing?
I don't know. Somebody said she filed paperwork against me. I just asked her. I don't think that's that important, though, right?
Okay. Well, you brought it up, so I was questioning you on it because you brought it up. Yeah. Okay. So, but you and her are cool as of right now. You guys are good.
As far as I'm concerned.
Made amends.
Yeah, I just called her, let her know, like, yo, you good? Everything straight between us? Yeah, all right, bet.
Okay. What about you and Joy? You and Joy on good terms?
Yeah, I just got finished talking to her too.
Okay. So that's good because you and Joy share a child together, and it's good to be on good terms with, you know, the mother of your child.
And
definitely.
The thing about Joy too is like Joy, like, she gets me. You know what I'm saying? Like she understands me. So it's like, you know, we always had a good connection. It was just like a difference in lifestyle at the time. But she's cool. We're actually gonna get together, you know what I'm saying? Probably do like a show or something together. Just pop out and just talk about experience, let people know we're cool. We just wanna build, you know.
People are asking for Mama Nine, an interview from Mama Nine now. They want to hear from her. Okay, I hear you guys. I see it. Okay, so as of right now, you're good. So you're making your rounds as far as making sure that if a person had any type of problem or disagreement with you, you know, that you guys come to a common ground and, you know, mend those ways. That's what it sounds like to me.
Mm-hmm.
Do you hear me?
Yeah. Like I made sure that anybody in my life that I feel like I had, you know what I mean, that I made amends with them.
That's a good thing. It's good to make amends. So what I was retroing back to the ayahuasca. What did you? Is there anything
Okay,
that
there
you
we go.
want to tell us that you're seeing during your ayahuasca trip? Because I know they said that you go through what you were saying. You know, you go through your. What did you? Is there anything that you've seen that was like wow to you?
I can't explain to you what I've seen. What I can tell you I experienced though is I experienced what it feels like to die. And when you die, your life is gonna play before you. The thing about it is life is an ayahuasca trip. Your whole entire life is an ayahuasca
It definitely
trip.
is.
So when you take ayahuasca, just fast forward your life in a wild, crazy way. And the thing about it is you have to accept, you have to learn how to submit to the now. That ayahuasca, it humbles you. If you're not already grounded within yourself spiritually, you will not make it through. It'll be a
Ayahuasca.
daunting experience. Yeah. Because ayahuasca is like they call it the grandmother. So it's like, you know, baby, listen. She speaks to you.
He explains the drug part of the interview and all these psychedelic drugs better than he can explain life and how his life is going and what direction his life is going. He can't even articulate himself on that. But when it comes to the drugs and the ayahuasca, oh, he's on board to talk about that.
Baby, listen, you know, and takes you through different things you're going through. You would have to be very spiritual, and it would have to call you. If it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, it's not, you know.
Okay. So can I ask you a question? While going through that journey, I'm just going to ask the question. The people want to know, are you straight or bisexual?
That's a real question.
That's what they want to know. I'm just going to ask you what they asked me. They want to know.
Man.
Some questions are going to be educated questions. Some questions are going to be some, I'm just saying. They want to know if you...
Now, I've had thoughts about it.
On some...
Never did it.
Yeah, right. Stop.
So you've never had sex with a man at all?
No.
What about a trans?
I mean, come on. I had that. Y'all seen that out. That was only head.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I was told about it, but I didn't see it.
So he told on himself.
My bad. I'm assuming.
But I talked to Marcellus. I have Marcellus' phone number in my phone.
Okay, that's cool. Let's go.
No. I'm saying, but I didn't ask anything about you. It was nothing about you. He didn't even...
They're talking about the transgender woman that came over to Carbonation when they were in the bathroom, in that bathroom little live stream that they had did. Well, you know, Natureboy recorded Solar with that dude, well, transgender. And I didn't know Musa, there was a video floating around with him, but I seen the video with Solar and Marcel. And you know that the only reason why it was recorded was because Natureboy recorded it. Because he tries to keep things over these people's heads to use against them.
Bring you up.
I be calling him a he. She's very feminine. I don't like to look at him like that.
Well, that's because I'm in the LGBT community, and if you still, I mean, it depends on what you refer to. I mean, I don't think he's opposed to it. I don't think she is opposed to it.
I don't know.
Because she or he still dresses like a boy sometimes. So I don't think he's opposed to it.
Okay.
I don't know what his pronouns are. I mean, we don't need to get into that. That's neither here nor there. That's minute. Right. Saying your name was never brought up. And then people told me, you know, that you had your experience. But I mean, everybody has experiences in life. I mean, was that something that you wanted to try with the trans?
Yeah, I did, but I was like really nervous about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it like your first time having sex with a girl?
Not with a girl. No. I have babies. It was my first time doing something like that with my, you know. And then of course you have the public stigma, but it was like I was curious, so I tried it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Have
man, I
you
was curious,
always?
man.
I can get that. Have you always been curious?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a curious person.
Okay. At least you honest with that one.
Yeah. Miss
I
Shady, boom,
appreciate that.
listen. I'm naturally a defensive person. I appreciate you working with me because, listen, I've been working with myself, you know. So
I get it.
I don't wanna put that energy out. I don't care what people are saying. I just want to take the opportunity to check myself. I don't even want to put that energy. I don't give what I'm talking about. I don't need to be so defensive. So.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Now I have another question.
I'm really working on. A lot of people don't think I'm working on. I'm working on. I really am, bro. Like I don't like being like that. You know what I'm saying? So.
No judgment here, because I'm gay. I'm so gay.
Oh yeah.
I love women. Oh.
Okay.
I love women. But anyways, this is not about me. This is about you. Okay, so
Okay.
I have another question. Would you date a trans? Would you date, like seriously date, like a relationship, like I love you, baby type of thing?
I don't know. That's a barrier I haven't broke. Mentally, if I think about it, it's like I don't know what I'm getting out of it really.
Oh God.
Love is love.
If it I can see you're saying it transcended, but I don't know.
Welcome every 195 of you. Make sure the chat and also the people watching hit the like button. Thank you. Make sure you hit the like button. Thank you.
Even if I do love, like, say I have a brother and I love him so much, I don't know, I just have a natural barrier within myself, you know? My curiosity only goes so far with that whole thing, so it's like, if it's meant to be, it'll happen though, right?
Absolutely. So when do you start school?
Listen what he
May
says.
31st.
Oh wow, that's soon.
Yeah, May 31st. Yeah, May 31st.
That's soon. Okay, so we're gonna get into some more things because I gotta bounce back and forth with you to keep you on a happy spirit. I see. So when your baby mother on internet said she told you no, how did that make you feel? How did it make you feel? Because you guys were in a relationship together. I want to know, as a man, how did that make you feel when she said, Musa, I told you no?
Miss Terry.
I'm just asking. You guys are cool now, so we should be okay. Right?
Come on, Miss Terry.
Okay. Come on. Can I tell you why I'm asking this question? It has nothing to do with this interview.
What kind of
I was married for 14 years.
Is that?
I just want to know, how did you feel?
What? Are you working with the
police?
police?
We all go through emotions and feelings. And I want to know.
A Butch vlogging, stay on this live because you're going to hear him retract that statement and say he might not go to school. So listen up. Don't listen to everything you hear these ex-Carbonation members say. Listen up. It's coming soon.
I want to know also, how did you get through with that? How did you get through it? How did you,
Working with the
relationships
police.
are hard. And I'm going to tell you what I do know. I know you. Okay. All right. You don't know what I'm talking about. Okay.
I have no idea what you.
Okay. I have a question. Were you one of the ones that got married in Vegas? Did you get married in Vegas? You didn't get married in Vegas? Okay, but I know a few of you guys got married in Vegas, so you weren't one of the ones that got married in Vegas.
No.
Okay. So you're single, totally single.
Single Pringle.
Do you believe in poly?
Yeah, love.
You do? So you're willing to take on more than one wife?
Yeah, love.
He can't even
Whatever
take on
Allah
himself.
give me, whatever I'm ready for, just give it to me. I'm ready.
Okay, right. Okay. So right now, what I want to do is I want to because there's so many questions. Do you guys want to do a Q&A? If you want to do a Q&A, you have to shoot a treasure. Then you can come up and ask a question. So it's a treasure for a question. If not, go ahead and ask some other things that I really definitely want to ask. As far as the case with Natureboy, he really cannot talk about that because it's an open case. So I'm gonna tell you guys that off the rip, he's not gonna answer those questions.
Keep him aside, guys. Chill out with that. Don't mess with that too much.
You know, so
don't mess with that.
It's an open case, and he'll ask questions about, you know, as far as him being in carbonation, but he's not gonna answer questions nothing to do with the case. I'm gonna tell you guys that right now.
Don't mess with that.
But if you guys want to ask any other questions, shoot a treasure, and you can come up and ask a question. You shoot the treasure first, and I'm gonna put you in box 5.
Yeah, somebody get up.
If you guys don't have any questions, then you don't have any questions, and we'll continue on. Okay, so they don't have any questions right now, it looks like. Daniel, do you have a question?
Who?
Daniel, do you have a question? I'm asking you.
He's in Mexico.
Okay. So, anyways, moving on. I do have some more questions. I want to talk about
olive juice. You don't know that.
Who?
No. I'm just saying, if you have a question, shoot your shot. You know?
Yeah, definitely. Who was it that had the question? Daniel has a question. Okay, Daniel, let me let you up, baby. Exactly. I'm sorry. You had to fly it across the screen. Okay, we're going to let Daniel up.
He's going to deflect.
Why you have my picture with you? Is that? What is that?
That's the flyer, love. That's the flyer.
Oh, okay. Daniel.
Okay, Daniel.
First of all, you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I had your picture because it's part of the flyer, it's out of respect. But look, okay, just from the very, very basics. We're talking to you about you in a relationship with 3. He's talking about, you said that he manifests the body of Christ, that he manifests the spirit, that he manifests the actual embodiment of the spirit communicating love and transcendence to us.
Yeah.
When you were talking, he was asking you about how he was doing that as a vessel himself. She was asking you about, she said the demons come out. What she meant by that was just saying that while you were trying to transcend to your higher self, had you fallen back into your lower self because you have more authority, you have more power. People are thirsty for that knowledge. And when they are thirsty for that knowledge and you try to communicate it to them, they wind up going into a state of submission and listening. And especially when it comes to ladies, whether they're, whatever they say their sexuality is, you're communicating with them, but you're saying, okay, I feel the energy, I feel this. They're looking for that knowledge. Did you ever let your lower self, and be careful how you answer this question, bro? I'm not even, for real, just understand me before you answer anything. I'm trying to ask, let your lower self at any point in time kind of take over and get a little bit away from that path of enlightenment, and allow yourself to be more, I don't want to say forceful.
I gotta admit, this dude, I don't know, he was forcing it with what he was trying to ask Musa, and it was confusing me. Come on, just be direct, say what you want to know, and keep it moving, sir. You were doing too much. The dude with the bald head in this interview,
more or less mesmerizing on the people that were under you. Did that kind of influence what was happening? Teaching.
That is correct. Musa was in a bad accident prior to going to carbonation, and his own mother, this is not allegedly, his own mother said he's never been right since the accident. So the lady that came in that said her channel name is Don't Put People Down to Build Yourself Up. That's the name of her channel. She's exactly right. He did get into an accident, and Musa's mother said that he's never been right since. So a lot of this doesn't surprise her that her son ended up in this situation because his thought process is not like you and mine. And also, like you said, he was in a bad car accident before and suffered brain damage. So the way he comprehends things may take a little longer than others. And I'm in 100% agreement with that as well.
But then also trying to wield more. That would happen to you.
Bro, all right, I just gotta be honest with you. That was a very confusing question.
I can break it down.
Yeah, please
I think he's high too.
Keep it simple and to the point. And I'm gonna do my best to answer you.
I don't ask you anything that's going to get you in a situation that will cause you some kind of trouble or anything else.
Nah, just ask your question. Like, just go ahead, just throw it out there. What's the question? Yeah.
Why do you consider him to be the Messiah over everyone else as far as his virtue and what he's communicating to you? With your ability to be able to communicate to the higher source, with your ability to go through ayahuasca, ascend the plateaus, and be able to see yourself from beginning to end, why do you consider him to be the embodiment of the Messiah as opposed to yourself being able to communicate with the master source? What makes him different?
Now, we're all source, right?
Yes.
Right. But you have to understand that Chief is like walking ayahuasca. I don't think people understand that. Like, you have to. I'm trying to see how the best way to explain this to people, bro. Chief is an enlightened being, bro, and it's like, how do you tell somebody that doesn't already understand that? If you don't already feel that, how do I explain that to you? If the YouTube videos, if you haven't been on your own journey of knowledge and applying that to your life, I think it also requires people to have and let me say this because I think people can have different messiahs too. I don't want to limit like my perspective and force that onto everybody else. He's a messiah to me in the sense that he is the first person I seen embody Christ consciousness.
He's the messenger.
And then as a messenger, like fully embodied, don't get me wrong, there's many messengers. This is what I seen and what I experienced. Some people might have a different teacher that they experience that is a messiah to them.
They're all tapping from the divine consciousness, and he was the messenger that you were able to communicate with that broke it down in a way you were able to understand. Is that what you're saying?
Right, because separation is an illusion. There's nothing separate of you. There's nothing separate of you. You're really just a mind. You're really just your thoughts. And everything that you're experiencing at all times is a direct reflection to the frequency.
Yeah, the background is messed up. There's kids in the background. There's dogs barking. The interviewer's mic is all messed up. Musa's echoing. It's just bad. It's bad over there. It was bad over there last night.
Frequency that you're thinking on.
Which is really cool that you mentioned that. When you talked about going to school for sound engineering, I myself produce music. When we do that, we look at different frequencies and how they influence people and they affect people. Like, for example, like when you had different sounds like those different frequencies are used to elevate and to influence and to make you vibrate at a different level. So you're going to school for that. Is it consciously with a purpose to be able to understand the frequencies better and use them, or are you just going because you're interested in music?
It sounds like we believe we have to understand why a person is crack addicted to. That is too funny.
Daniel, that's your last question, love. Ms. Hooks wants to come up and ask her question. She already sent her treasure. Go ahead, baby. Let him answer the question and then come on.
Yeah, you just want to know why I'm going to school, right?
No, I want to know what you intend to do with the knowledge you're getting from school. I want to know specifically, are you interested in what the frequencies contain? Are you trying to learn from that level? Or are you interested in music?
I really don't care that much at all about going to school, bro. To be real with you, I'm doing it because you know what I'm saying. It's a means. It's a means right now, bro. I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna be 100% honest, bro. I have no reason to lie. I'm going to school because I'm gonna get paid to go to school.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you're working for money. That's Babylonian talk. I'm confused, Musa. I'm confused. You're breaking all of the principles of what you stand on. You know, that you learned from your father, aka God, aka Nature Boy.
And music is in my alley, so that's what I'm gonna. Music is in my alley, so that's what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So, but really, the thing is, like, I just want to make music.
Okay. Cool. Now,
yeah, I just want to make music. Babylon School is right. I don't really care about. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, hold on. Miss Hood. Wait, is Miss Hood up here? Go ahead, Miss Hooks.
Okay, I just got one question. Are you going to reunite with your mom?
I plan on it.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
I'm sorry. I look at life so different from y'all, bro. I don't be know. I'm sorry. Listen. Please, yo. Like, no. Please, if anybody get triggered by how I respond, like, yo, listen. I see life differently, and I'm very like I know how I think. Sometimes I don't care. I really don't care what other people think. And I know that sounds it's like, bro, but it is what it is. That's how I feel.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna let the next person up.
That's how I feel. And that's the truth.
Ask the question.
Just like everybody else, I
Ashley
guess.
Cooking, you had a question, right, baby?
I guess so. Put me in the box.
There you go.
With everybody else.
Okay, go ahead. Ash, baby, you up? Ash.
These people here, man.
Ash.
Can she hear me?
I hear y'all.
Okay. You can ask your question, baby.
Can you hear me?
Okay, go ahead. We can hear you now. Ask your question, babe.
Okay. So had Eligio not going to jail, would you still have left?
Probably.
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't leave because he went to jail.
So what was your?
I didn't leave because he went to jail. The reason I left is because
it seems like you didn't leave until he went to jail.
And then I look at leave so different. So when y'all say leave, when you saying like physically leave somewhere, I physically left because, well, really I just wanted to go do my own thing.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it was an agreement that we had. It was an agreement. It was like, all right, cool. It was like, yeah, I'm gonna go my own way. It's like, okay, all right, go your own way. You know, love you too.
No, you sound.
So you had already talked to him about you and Solar had already had a discussion with him about you guys leaving. So he knew you guys
we had a discussion. Yeah, we had a discussion on the phone. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't it was simple. It was like I feel like I can be more of assistance. I don't want y'all to think like I gotta say this just for the public record. Our family. I'm just doing something different and it looks weird because it's like, bro, did he do that? And it's like my intention is to just help from another place. It's like maybe my energy's not compatible there around, but maybe I can figure something out over here and still elevate and still contribute to waking people up. That's the whole reason that You know what I mean? The whole thing in my tent, in my tent, showing people the ground to the earth. Ever since I came online, it's only been about trying to help people. So I plan to continue to do that in whatever way I can. That's my family, regardless. Period. It's that simple.
Okay.
I'm not going to renounce my chief. I'm not going to. No. Yeah.
Gina Bean, you have a question?
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Okay, let me drop you. She didn't have a question. Let's go to the next person. Do you have a question?
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for letting me up, Miss Cherry Boom. Hello, Musa.
You're welcome.
I guess the question that I wanted to ask you, Musa, is do you believe that Three God is not guilty of these charges that are against him?
I'm not answering that question on him, man.
Oh, okay.
You can ask any question that's not pertaining to the case.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, come on. Please,
let me ask this question. I think
Genty, this was yesterday at 9 p.m. on what's her name? Cherry something. Cherry the boom, not the transgender Cherry.
Someone asked it earlier, but I guess I was still a little confused with your answer. Why do you think he is your Messiah? Or why should a person like me follow his teaching? Why should I go to his YouTube channel?
I'm not saying no. Look. Let me say this.
Oh, that's you?
I'm not telling anybody to go follow Chief, bro. I'm not. I'm telling people to do what they.
That's LMSYT. She's in the chat now. She said, where's she at? That's me. That's this young lady that's in the chat now. She's asking the question to Musa, who deflected.
Feel like they should do. Yeah. I want to just bring awareness, and I want to say, like, you know, people have a lot. This is bringing a lot of attention to a lot of people. Like, oh my God, who is Three God? This and the third. Listen, outside of the drama, listen to the message. You know what I'm saying? Because you can still gain something. So whatever you can gain. Don't let your attention on what other people that you can actually apply to your life. So if you feel gravitated towards it, you know what I'm saying? Just don't live your life in fear. Don't live your life in fear, and always just be true to yourself. So, yeah, I'm not telling anybody, yo, go follow this. No. The information is there, and I agree with the mathematics personally.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, the math is correct. It's actually. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yes, Cherry Boom.
Okay, thank you for answering. Thanks for having me up, Miss Cherry Boom.
Cherry Boom. Cherry
okay.
Bomb.
All right, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Do you have a question, box 2?
Sorry, no.
Okay, hold on. He dropped really quick. Hold on.
There you go.
Okay. Let me switch you back to the big box.
Can you put me in 3?
Yes. You want to go in 3? You don't want to go in the big box?
Yeah. No, you can put me in 3 and then the big box, right?
Oh God.
Okay, somebody's in 3, and I don't know why they won't kick. You guys don't see anybody in 3, but I do. So hold on. Let me go out. I gotta go out and come back in.
I don't see nobody there.
Period. I'm in number 1. So my question is, I actually do have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
So, do you believe that, like, all of the things that Natureboy has done to people, like, this is karma just coming back to bite him, and whether or not, like, he's guilty or innocent?
Well, ain't you just asking me another question, like phrasing the question different, but it's still pertaining to the case? Did you not hear earlier? I'm trying not to answer questions about the case because I don't want to tamper with that.
So no,
Okay, I'll
actually,
drop him.
Nonsense.
I'm not necessarily asking you the same question. I'm only asking you whether or not, or whether or not he's innocent or guilty.
Sorry,
I gotta drop you.
I'm
but still,
Thank you,
you're
Shady.
saying that
Go
as
ahead.
though my
No
Go ahead,
disrespect.
CEO.
man.
Phoenix,
If I
hold on
just,
a minute, Phoenix. CEO, answer your
I'm
question,
sorry,
baby. Go ahead, y'all.
Who got a question?
Musa, I
CC.
disrespect type of way. Please let the host know. But I do want to ask your beliefs on this. I know that you just stated that basically, in some sort of way, you did basically want to join. I believe it was the army or anything in that type of way to just make money for yourself. And I know that True lately he's been saying that any type of way that civilians make money, they are called slaves. What are your beliefs on that?
I'm sorry. What?
You don't understand the question what she just asked, baby?
Where are you at? Can I see you? Where are you?
Why does it matter
Where's
when
your
she
face?
answers the
Down.
question?
I want
My
people to show their
I'm
face.
still here. My picture is me. I am actually, if you want to be technical, not even far from the home y'all live in Decatur. I live right in Stone Mountain, Lithonia. But however, I was just trying to reference that question because he says in any type of way, anybody that works and make money, they're called basically peasants and we're slaves. But then we donate money basically off of him. He posts his Cash App and asks for donations, and the people that gives donations are the hardworking citizens. But then I just heard that you wanted to basically go into a government. I believe it was the army, the navy, whatever government assistant where
No,
you're
I
getting
think I said school.
and that's basically what he calls the slaves. So what
Okay,
are
yeah.
your
I mean, all right. So this is that's correct. Yeah, that from a dimension. I think there's many different dimensions and perspectives to look at it. I think that for me, it's like I might not even go to school. You know what I'm saying? Like I said I was gonna go to school, but I probably won't
Did you just hear him? Hold up. Let him finish.
go to school.
You just heard him. He said earlier in the interview he was going to school. Then he said, he's going to school for, reasons because he's getting paid to go to school. So, but that's why he's going. That was his second thing he said. Now he's saying what he just said about he don't think he's going to school. The dude's all over the place. If there's people in here trying to make up excuses for Musa, stop it.
Because I can't work. You know what I mean? I can't work for money. Like when it comes down to it, I don't really see myself working for money. I've learned about cosmic currency. I've actually been in situations where you know what I'm saying?
You don't have to be a high school graduate to go into the army. You don't have to be a college graduate to go into the army. However, you are, from what True says, mentally, you are some sort of a slave because you are basically working for the white man to gain some type of monetary gain or some type of money. But I just need to know if y'all want people to follow the mental. I need y'all to make it clear because at the end of the day, from the background that True has, he was basically in the army, so he still gets vet checks. If he need any type of medical care, he can go to the VA. He gets those type of monetary gains, basically being out of the army, wherever he was stationed, getting those basically white man checks. The knowledge.
Do you understand the question?
True.
I see what you're saying. Okay, I see what you're saying, Mama. Okay. Damn, she breaking up.
No, you're glitching, babe.
You're glitching. I get the knowledge in itself. I get the knowledge and may be true all day. But when he's preaching certain things, even though we may want to follow it, it's just not matching up with the lifestyle that personally he's living or personally per se somebody else is living because they're not living that lifestyle.
Musa, can you hear us? You're glitching really bad. Okay, go ahead. If you guys feel like y'all.
Can you hear me right now? Hold on. Hey, Cece, you there?
Yes, King, I'm here.
Okay. Now you were saying a lot. But if I heard your question correctly, you're trying to say like, how do I view going to school
That's
now since coming from the tribe? I had a previous mindset, and you're saying that True was explaining something, but you're trying to talk about how he was in the military and now he could be benefiting from it. That's what you're asking me. So you're trying to make sense. What do you want to understand?
I want to understand. How are you guys, or how is, I can't put it on you because Musa yourself, you never preached this. But I want to understand from True, or just the mindset of Carbonation itself, how are you guys preaching something that you're not practicing? You practice basically to go for the white man and go to school for the white man and get the money of the white man. But
hold on, Tasha.
When you preach it from True's mouth, because he's been on social media every day. And just first of all, he's not even the jungle. He goes into the woods behind the house. Because again, I live in Atlanta itself. I live in Stone Mountain, Lithonia. I know exactly where y'all live. It's just trees and a whole bunch of just trees.
Hold on, baby. Hold on. I'm sorry. Let me stop my panel. Hold on. Continue saying what you're saying.
And my apologies, host. If I'm disrespecting your page, please kick me.
No. This has nothing to do with you, baby. CC, you're fine. It has nothing to do with you, love. You're fine. Go ahead, ask the question, baby.
Because the Nature's Boy, his teachings are, when you listen to what he teaches, they are true. They are true. But when it comes into, I don't know if anybody knows, you practice what you preach. Because I know as a parent, I tell my kids all the time, whatever I preach to you, I'm practicing it daily.
Right, exactly.
You practice what you preach. You can't preach something to me that you are not practicing yourself.
Exactly.
True right now, the same woods that he was in today, and he proclaimed.
Why are we talking about True?
That's in the back of their home in Decatur. I know exactly where it is. Again, I live in Lithonia.
Why are we talking about
True? We're not interviewing True today, baby. We're interviewing Musa, okay?
That's what I want to understanding from Musa. I want to understand, like, I understand that you guys want to bring people to the knowledge, but when is it going to be practice what you preach? And again,
that's a question.
Musa, because it's not.
Okay, Musa. There you go.
Look at him deflecting. Get to it.
Can I speak? Can you? Good.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm listening.
I'm good to respond.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I don't really know what all was said. I'm gonna say this much though. So
I can't believe it.
I can't either.
Yes, what you're saying is correct. When you're learning knowledge, you have to apply it. Simple. Like what you're saying is facts. Whether or not somebody's applying that in their life, I don't know. You know, I'm just living my life. Yeah, I'm just living my life.
I openly and honestly, and just. But do you feel like you going back to school?
You asked the question, baby. Wait a minute, CC. You've asked 3 or 4 questions, love. I was very patient with you. How many treasures did you give for all these questions that you're asking?
Nothing.
You've asked a lot of. Oh, okay. Well, it's time for you to go ahead and go to the comments, baby. Let Tasha ask her question. Because you've been asking a ton of questions.
Hey,
let's give everybody else a chance.
If somebody has a genuine question, bro, hit me up. On outside of here.
Hey,
you have genuine questions about anything. Knowledge.
Hey, Musa, how are you doing?
Kick him.
I will block you. Who's that speaking? Who am I speaking to?
You're speaking to Tasha.
Tasha.
Okay, Tasha. How Tasha?
I'm good. How are you? Looking good? You looking well? You looking healthy? Thank you for answering my questions. But I have one
Okay.
question. I'm not gonna stay long. Y'all believe in breaking generation?
I don't know how to do the emojis thing. Don't even ask me because I don't know how to do it. I see people doing it, but I'm the wrong person to ask. But maybe somebody in the chat, one of my mods, can help you out. I think Sheba said it should be on your emoji board.
Generational curses, right?
I'm not too sure though.
I
Do you believe it? Do you believe
in
in that? Do you
generational
still believe in it?
Yes, I believe in breaking generational.
Okay.
Yes.
So my question is, do you think that you're causing generational curses for your children too? Because they don't have a father, because black men are important in kids' life at this day and time. So do you feel like they're going to be repeating the same cycle that you are repeating? Or are they going to go another way?
Okay. Okay, so the way I look at life is on a different. I want to just try and help you understand. It's going to be hard. I'm going to do my best.
That's okay.
So,
Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. And I don't want people to think, well, I really don't care what people think.
And that's a fact.
But, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. I have every intent. Like, I love my kids, bro. Like, it's so funny. Not funny. It's like, damn, when people say I don't love my kids, because it's like I spent the whole day. I spent the whole day. I was on the phone with my kids. It's like I really wish I could, you know what I mean, be there for them more. It's just the way my life has went is the way my life has went, and so, and it's like I want to help more than just my kids. I really feel like I want to help the world, you know, and I feel like
Well, start with yourself first, sir.
You know, the more I can help myself, the more I can help my kids. The more stable I can be within myself, then the byproduct of that will be me being there for my kids.
That's a good answer. But do you feel like that you are going to like deprogram yourself? I know you're still gonna believe in
deprogram.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
let's not say this deprogram. Let's not say this deprogram.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go. I'll let you speak.
No, I'm sorry.
Go ahead
and you can answer it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just don't like the word deprogram. But that is actually a proper term. It's just I know the negative connotations that come along with the term program, deprogram. Oh my God, they're brainwashed. Right now, I'm not doing any of that. I'm simply on my life journey, and I'm understanding why I'm going through what I'm going through.
That's a good answer. I hope one day you get to see your kids, because Nubia is a spitting image of you.
Oh, she's such a dog.
You made some beautiful
Nubia,
kids.
that's my baby. Yeah.
She is
I love
beautiful.
all my kids. Nubia.
I know you do.
She's so lit. She's so lit. Yeah.
She's beautiful. That is your twin, Musa. All day long. That is yours.
Yeah,
we know she looks like you.
That's my chick. Yep.
Yep.
But I got two other beautiful kids too. I got my son Akil and Ava as well. Beautiful kids.
Yeah, you do. You have beautiful kids. I've seen all of them. But Nubia is the most you, ma'am.
That was sweet. That was really sweet.
Yeah, but his kids are beautiful. And Nubia, like when her mama posted a picture, like I'm like, dang, she looks nothing like her mama. This is all Musa. She's so smart and she talks so proper. So you did a good job. You made a great creation that's gonna help the world one day. Just remember that you made 3 creations that's gonna help this world one day. So you keep talking to them, you keep ensuring them that you love them, and you to keep your head up regardless of what anybody says about you. Keep your head up. And do you live your life, because you only have one life to live. Remember that. And host, thank you so much for allowing me up here.
Anytime, Tasha. Anytime, baby. I appreciate you.
Thank y'all.
Thank you for being respectful. I appreciate it. Raven, Silky, do you have anything to say? A question? No. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna let you back up. Okay, it's not letting you up for some reason. I'm gonna let the next person up. Box 1, you have something to say? Or question? Nope. You dropped.
Wow.
Raven, Silky? Okay. Okay, who's next? Chocolate Bunny, I'm gonna let you up. Go ahead, Chocolate Bunny.
I have a question. Do you believe that what Nature Boy was teaching in the beginning is what he is now? Like when you first got there, it's the same thing he was teaching is what he's teaching now? Like what he's doing now? Is it a byproduct of what he's doing now? Not saying the whole jail thing before all that.
What was the question?
When you first came to Nature Boy, what he was teaching, is it a byproduct of what is now, like what he has built or what he has now? Do you believe that his teaching have changed or are they the same? Like his actions, what he does? Like, okay, let me try again.
I think everything's evolved. I think everything's
One more
evolved.
time, and if you understand do you hear me?
Hello?
Hear
Yes,
me?
I hear you. Yes, I hear you.
I said, oh my gosh, your voice is so beautiful. I said, I think everything has evolved.
Okay, so you say you think everything has evolved?
I think all the knowledge.
I know. What is Diane Bates? What are you talking about? Get out my email. I also report you to YouTube. Not give you my email. Get out of there. We go to court. What are you saying? And who are you talking about? I'm lost. I'm lost in the sauce, Diane. Let's catch us up to speed. I don't know. I have no idea.
Knowledge has evolved. I think Chief has evolved.
So do you think he evolved for the better?
Yeah, of course. Your evolution is always for the better. Life is happening for you.
Profile picture. I don't even know who
So everything is for you. It's just about how you look at it.
Okay.
No profile picture. It's just I don't know
Okay.
what that is.
I was just wondering.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right. Who is she referring to?
Okay.
Okie dokie. Does anybody else have any more questions? If anybody doesn't have any more questions, we're going to get ready to let Musa go. He's been here for quite some time. And hold on. Okay, he's out of the country. Somebody asked where are you at? He's out of the country. Okay, keep it cute. Come on, baby.
Hi, I'm sorry, really quick.
Okay, go ahead, love.
So
okay, I didn't
with
know.
With your children, you said you have two girls and a boy.
Make sure to remove her out of the
Musa,
chat.
do you hear the question?
That's what I was just thinking that. Like,
make sure to remove Diane Bates out of the chat now that I know she's a spam girlfriend. She's spamming. So yeah, so remove her immediately. Block her from the channel.
Hello?
That was funny as hell. Somebody said. I'm sorry.
I don't know if he can hear. Can you hear her? She asked a really valid question.
So you have two girls.
Sorry. What was your question?
It's okay. I'm sorry. You have two girls.
Going on? It's gotta be the drug.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, baby. Go ahead.
You said you have two girls and a boy, correct?
Thank you, Heather.
Yes.
Okay, so being as though like how the women and the men are treated with carbonation, would you find it acceptable for your sons to be like slapped and things, and for your daughters to be treated like the same way? Would you allow them to?
He hangs up from the interview, doesn't even tell the interviewer that he's leaving, because this lady here triggered the heck out of Musa, and she sounds like she needs to be in some counseling too. She sounds a little touched. Them lights ain't all the way blinking. They're flickering in the basement, about to go out.
Be involved in something like that.
She's gone.
Like, you know, like you
Can I
keep it cute? You're supposed to keep it cute.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be disrespectful. Honestly, I really wasn't being disrespectful.
No, Cece, let me ask you a question.
I was just asking a question. I'm so sorry.
Thank you, Ray Ray.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure. By all means, go ahead.
Okay. First off, are you trolling? Do you even care about self-improvement at all? Let me know now, because I don't want to waste my breath.
Again, I'm the reason why I'm asking. The reason why I'm asking is because I was married and I was in an abusive relationship, so I see certain things with the women, like, you know, and that's the only reason why I asked. And to me, that was abuse, like on both ends, whether, you know, men and women. It wasn't just, you know, that was just abuse on both ends. So I was just asking and question, you know, would you allow your children to be involved in something like, now whether you think that's, you know, carbonation negative or positive, I'm just asking, would you allow them to be like, what would be your thinking? Would you, if they came and said, hey, this is what I'm involved, or if you've seen that was something that you were involved in? I wasn't being funny.
That's a crazy question that I'm not going to answer. Come on, man.
Okay, but hey, that's your choice.
She's playing like real, like ditzy. And she also sounds, maybe she wasn't in an abusive relationship. She sounds real all over the place, okay? Like her nerves are bad. But she was trolling. And that's what basically made him just leave without even telling the interviewer that he was leaving, which is still ignorant. You got to have some type of home training, etiquette, you know, when leaving an interview or anything that you do in life. But when people are not facing life and they're running from life, that's why Musa did what he did and left that interview the way he did.
You take care.
Yeah, because you're not even making sense. You're not even making sense.
I don't understand how I'm not making sense. I was just asking if that was something that you would allow your children to be involved. That's all. I mean, I'm not being disrespectful or anything. So, like I said,
don't ask me nothing like that. You're not being disrespectful.
I'm losing brain cells.
Come on, Cece.
Okay, I think she was trying what she was trying to say.
I'm sorry. I sent the treasure. I'll drop
Cece,
down.
are you aware?
I wasn't being disrespectful or anything.
Yeah,
I was just asking a simple question.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Okay. Okay. No problem.
The slap word was triggering. Keep it cute. What she was trying to say is, can I rephrase the question, please? For you, can I rephrase the question? Okay, please. Let me do this. What she was saying was, at any point in time.
Question is irrelevant. No, that question is irrelevant. It's like irrelevant to me.
As a father, she said, would you ever? And I know it's irrelevant, but when I'm just gonna rephrase it really quick.
Don't ask me a question. Don't ask me a question.
The interview's over, basically.
So the answer should be no then. The answer should have been a definite no. Okay.
No, it's not a no. It's not a no because she's trying to set a frame on a question, and I'm not answering that yes or no.
That was my only question. I didn't have anything other than that. And again,
you're framing it. You said because you seen the abuse. It's okay, Mr. I see you like pushing it and all that.
I'm saying that.
No, I'm not thinking about the abuse factor at all. I'm thinking about children. I knew it was gonna happen, but I wanted to rephrase the question.
I'm so sorry. I wasn't trying to be disrespectful.
It's okay. Hold on a minute, you guys. I wanted to rephrase it as if he ever seen his kids abused, would he ever lie?
Yeah, let me check myself. You're right. I think she was nervous. I don't think she was trolling. You're right. I have to admit that she was nervous. And when they get difficult questions, they run. And that's what he did.
And as a parent, no. I mean, as a parent, I wouldn't allow my kids to be abused. You know, so but that's all
I was asking.
It's the way you ask the question.
Okay. I understand.
And it triggered him. That's why I was going around the way I was saying things, because I knew he was already triggered. He was triggered coming in the door because he's already on 10 because he feels like the whole world is against him.
Got you.
Which is understandable. That's understandable.
So, sir, madam, you said who needs a Zoloft, love?
They're talking about
Because
me. It's okay. It's okay. No worries. But you guys be blessed. Have a great night.
You know, thank you. Keep it cute. I appreciate you. Okay. Okay. Box one, you've been up here for a minute. Go ahead and ask whatever question you had to ask.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I just wanted to ask him a question because I know their philosophy based on whatever we experience is what we create, you know, and that's pretty much what he said from the beginning. So I wanted to ask him, the leader of Karma Nation, the current situation he's in right now, about creating that, you know, because it just seems to me sometimes that anytime something negative happens, they say, well, it's the trolls or it's other people. They never really like take full responsibility. Well, yeah, I created this situation, but like just like True the other day said, well, old people are sick and stuff because of how they used to eat when they were young and how they used to party when they were young. So I just wanted to ask him respectfully, his leader, you know, did he create this situation? And I also wanted to ask him, what does he feel about the leader of Carbonation being in the situation now to where we all know how jail and prison works. You got to get a job there. You have to work. And not only does.
So the interview is pretty much over. And the last question of the interview that triggered Musa was why he left. He thought she was trolling. And I will retract my statement, but I do think that the girl was nervous and she wasn't trolling. It could have came across as trolling or trying to trigger Musa. But we know that they're not going to ever answer the difficult questions, and that's why he left. He doesn't want to go against the grain, and that's understandable because we got messed up people, effed up people in our present life that we wouldn't want to go against the grain with either. So, you know, it's understandable. It could be, that's the loyalty he has to Natureboy, and it is what it is. But I'm going to say thank y'all for coming through. Thank you to my mods. Y'all are the best. Y'all be holding it down over here for me. Thank y'all, my supporters, my subscribers, my haters, the Bush people. Thank y'all for coming through and taking the time out on your Saturday to watch this live with me, this live commentary. So I'm going to put my link into the description box to my channel, SL Davis Social Media News. There's about 182 people already on the channel. So when you leave out, make sure you subscribe to the channel and also hit that like button. So y'all have a blessed weekend. I will see and talk with you guys tomorrow. Love y'all. Stay blessed. Stay safe. And I'm out. Mwah.